In the world of sales and in the world of business, what did taking second place in the closer contest teach me? This is an important question. I'm Scott Silverman. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales, a perfect day to talk about contests, and a perfect day to talk about you. So here's the thing. Ryan Stewman, we're in like spring of 2022. Ryan Stewman had this thing called the Closer Contest, which he was putting on the $1 Million Mastermind, which fantastic. Then he said, hey, what if I open this up and allowed somebody to come speak at my event? Freaking cool. That's like an awesome thing to do for so many reasons. Like one, it gets people engaged in, the event. And two, it gives the ability for somebody to jump on stage. And so Ryan has, I think, 100,000 people in Sales Talk with Sales Pro. Good for him. Freaking fantastic. But I want to say maybe 100, maybe 150 people entered into this contest. So you had like less than 1/10 of 1% of the people that you were competing against. So it was a pretty small pool. And so, like, realistically, there was a 1 in 150 chance of winning this thing. Maybe less. Let's just say 1 in 150. Could have been a little bit off from there, okay? So I was stoked to find out that I took second place. I was way cool with that. Because at the end of the day, here's what I got for it. I got 10 pieces of solid content. I got 10 pieces of content with a hashtag. My name was mentioned. It gives the ability for someone to go, hey, Scott put his name out there. He didn't win, but at least I want to see who this guy is. At least I want to check out his content. At least I want to see what he has to offer. Okay? So that is the cool thing about speaking on somebody else's stage. When you're on somebody else's stage, it is an implied endorsement. So like you're like, stage, speak live, what else could you do? Okay, well, you could be on somebody's live stream. Like I could be interviewed on Zoom. That is a semi-endorsement. I could be on a podcast. That's a semi-endorsement. I could be in a blog. I could be quoted in a book. All those things are semi-endorsements for expertise. And so my challenge for you is to find ways to get on stages. My challenge for you is for people to cite you. And the only way that happens is for you to take a risk. I took second place, right? I had a 1 in 150 chance of winning. And like I said, I'm way cool with that. So what's your challenge for this week? What's something that you can look at? Like as you're watching this video, it's spring of 2022 for me today. It could be 2024, 2028 in the future. But what's the challenge that you're willing to accept? What are you willing to do and look dumb? Because ultimately at the end of the day, that's what held people back. People did not enter this contest for a few reasons. One, not interested. 2, I don't think I could win. 3, I don't want to look dumb and silly. And 4, I don't want the humiliation of losing. If you're going to go up against me for those reasons, I'm going to do everything I can to win. Created, I think, 9 videos. I did 7 YouTube videos. I did 2 live streams, and this is video number 8 on YouTube. So I've done 11 videos, 1 blog post, a bunch of Twitter content. Right? You're not going to outwork me creating content. I'll just keep coming up with stuff. And so I look at this as a victory for me, even though I took second place. I look at it as a victory because I got a chance to practice. I got a chance to say, hey, at least I tried. 100,000 people, 150 people enter. Like, I'm sure if Ryan does it again, he may have 120,000 people in the group and 200 people enter. You got a 1 in 200 chance of speaking on stage where everybody gets to hear your name and you get a video. I mean, there was other cool stuff too. So please understand, I'm not negating all the cash and prizes that you could have got. You got to fly on a private jet with Ryan, got to work with his team. I mean, there was a bunch of cool stuff. So like, shout out to Ryan for putting on a cool event. Shout out for Ryan for making an offer. I mean, it is cool. I don't see anybody else in the marketplace doing it. I don't see, as of today, I don't see anybody else saying, come speak on my stage as an amateur. Like, there's a lot of risk on his part. What if the person sucks? What if they just don't show up? What if they don't do stuff? I mean, yeah. So, my question, real legit question is, what are you going to do this week to get on other stages? Like, I'm going to put out a live stream tomorrow. Today's a Sunday. Tomorrow happens to be a Monday. That I want to be on podcasts. That I want to be on stages. That I'm raising my hand. Like, Scott, what would you talk about? What wouldn't I talk about? I could talk about body language, closing deals, common mistakes that salespeople make, business adventures, personal mistakes that I've made in my life. You know, my story, my origin story from what I've done to where I am and to the people that I get to work with today and the stages that I get to be on. I could talk about interview processes. I could talk about marketing. I mean, like, I have a whole storehouse of things that I could talk about. Maybe you only got one. That's cool. Find out how you can get on another stage though. Find out how you could talk in front of other people. And last of all, huge shout out to Ryan. Yep. Huge shout out to Ryan. He did a really cool thing. Closercontest, hashtag, hashtag Closercontest. There you go. Should you enter competitions? Yes, because everybody else is scared out of their mind to do it for the 4 reasons that I mentioned above. They don't think they can win. They don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to look dumb. They don't want to be humiliated. That's sales, right? That's why a lot of people are scared to ask for the deal for those 4 reasons. There you go. You got one of 3 things to do from here. One of 3 things. Find the like button. It's a thumbs up. Click on it. That's cool. You could subscribe if you've never subscribed before, or you could share this video with a friend. That's even more awesomer or even more cool. Thanks for dropping by. We'll see you soon. Mahalo.